Football is back! Ed Hochul's muscles were in midseason form, and the Philadelphia Eagles thumped the Indianapolis Colts 36-10 in the 2015 preseason opener. Jeremy Burton is here. I'm Adrian Fedkiw. We're both doing a show together. We're in Wildwood today, well, this whole weekend. It's been a lot of fun, and we just watched the preseason opener. So, initial first thoughts on the game.
Didn't come away with any injuries, and we looked great in all three phases: offense, defense, special teams. Couple standout stars, but we'll get into that. But overall, I think it was a great performance.
Yeah, they looked really good, especially the defense in the first half. I thought even Marcus Smith made some plays. So, yeah, we'll get into him shortly. We're going to start with the quarterback situation because I'm sure that's what everybody in Philadelphia is going to want to hear about. They're going to want to hear about Tim Tebow, Matt Barkley, Mark Sanchez. I'll say this. Tebow at least looked better than Sanchez.
Sanchez was awful. He finished 2 for 7, and those 2 completions were outstanding grabs by Jordan Matthews and Nelson Agholor. The most exciting play of the game, besides, I'd say, the Kenyon Barner punt return, is Nelson Agholor's taking it to the house, high pass. He leaped up, just snagged it from the air, and just accelerated, just showed off his skill set.
He's quick. He can scoot.
He can scoot. He's fast.
Yeah.
That was exciting. But yeah, Sanchez is awful. Honestly, Barkley impressed me the most from the quarterback position. He finished 12 for 20 for 192 yards. Did have an interception, but it was, he had pressure right in his face, kind of got tipped. But really nice touch on a couple throws. And he made quicker decisions than Tebow. So I just based off this game alone, I think Tebow's a little behind the 8 ball.
Yeah. I thought this is the best I've seen Matt Barkley play in the NFL. I thought he looked really good today. Like you were saying, he was setting his feet, getting the ball out. Tebow, took a little bit longer to get the ball out. He had that one sack where he lost 15 yards. I'm just yelling at the TV, throw the damn ball away. He didn't do it. But he had the one little touchdown on the zone read. The remaining Philadelphians in the stands, they were going crazy about it.
Oh, it was Tebow time.
It was Tebow time.
I think he always wants to be a run first guy. That's always like his first instinct. So I think if he can't adjust that, he's not going to be a good quarterback in this league.
Yeah, still got the elongated release. He had a good solid first drive, and then things kind of unraveled a little bit.
In that first drive, I think somebody else was playing right tackle. But so later, when he looked bad, he had more pressure in his face. There's a guy named Kevin Graff, number 77, was protecting Tebow's blind side, and he was just getting mauled. I could have got past that guy.
He was awful.
Yeah, he won't make the team. That's an understatement.
Yeah, he was bad. Barkley, though, man, I can't tell you how impressed I was with him. Really good game from him. But, as of right now, unfortunately for you Tebow lovers, I'm going to say Matt Barkley is ahead in the little competition there right now.
I would have to agree.
Yeah. So that's our little discussion there on Barkley. Let's get into Nelson Agholor now. We'll just talk about him really quickly. He had the 2 drops. The one was kind of a tough catch in traffic. Well, cornerback draped all over him. The other one was a comeback, had it in his hands. That's one you got to catch. But looked really, really good after the catch. Very elusive, very fast, very quick. And that one touchdown was outstanding.
Yeah, I've probably rewatched it 5 times just because the quick acceleration, he just blew by a defender so quick. That quick first step, it was really cool seeing how high he jumped for the ball, landed, and how almost instantaneously just accelerated, just blew by defenders. They had no shot. Yeah, I think it was like a 30-yard touchdown.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
great catch.
Really nice.
Yeah, great catch. I think actually the guy who stood out most to me, even though he only played, 1 or 2 series, was Benny Logan. I thought he was outstanding, getting in the backfield. I don't think the Colts got beyond the line of scrimmage running the ball when he was in the game.
Him next to Fletcher Cox, I mean, those are just two stuffers.
Oh.
They stuffed the run. And they had no running game. Our defense played amazing. The first half, we held them to 3 points. And I was with the likes of Andrew Luck and Matt Hasselbeck, who, obviously Andrew Luck's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Hasselbeck's solid old vet. And we held them to next to nothing, a field goal.
Yeah, we looked really good. And Benny Logan, man, one of those rare sideline to sideline nose tackles.
He's a big boy.
Oh,
but he can still move.
Yeah, he can scoop for a big boy. He can, definitely. All right. I want to bring this up because our third, little slot cornerback competition, the guy that I thought stood out today in the secondary was E.J. Biggers, which really, really surprised me because, I threw out stats at our last show how he was second to last among all cornerbacks in a passer rating allowed last season. But he had 2 pass breakups today, always solid coverage all game, tight coverage all game. I thought he played really well.
Yeah, one of the pass deflections was, I believe, on a 3rd and long, so that was turned into a punt. And then there was one long pass that he kind of forced the wide receiver to head out of bounds, and he was draped all over him. And he actually turned around and looked at the ball, which is what a corner is supposed to do. Yeah. I know we had problems with that last year. Bradley Fletcher and Kerry Williams just getting pass interference calls on them and just not looking the ball. They were awful. Yeah,
the addition of Corey Umlin is paying immediate dividends.
Absolutely.
I mean, we turned around and looked at the ball more today than all of last season, and that's how they were taught last season. They were taught to keep their eyes on the ball, with their back. I don't know, keep your eyes on the hands and knock it away. I don't know what kind of technique and what they were teaching them last season.
I don't know.
But, I never understood their technique last year, but already paying me immediate dividends with Umlin.
I think we brought the right defensive backs coach in. That's for sure.
Yeah. Byron Maxwell, didn't really get to see much of him either. But, he looked solid. He played really far off, off coverage. He was 10 yards. So we'll see how he plays during the regular season. But, I was a little surprised at, how far off he was playing in the receivers.
Another guy I wanted to touch on who had a big game is Kenyon Barner. He had a rushing touchdown, and he had that exciting punt return touchdown to end the first half. He looked great. He broke that first tackle with physicality, just knocked the guy out, and then turned around. One move, knocked the guy away, made someone broke their ankles, and then he was just off to the races.
Yeah, his cut on Josh Robinson, sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, that video is trending.
It's worldwide. It's trending. Yeah. Let's talk about Eric Rowe a little bit.
Okay.
He had the one play where he got burned pretty badly, but then he made up for it by getting the strip and forcing the fumble. Four forced turnovers today from our defense. So talk about Rowe a little bit.
Yeah, I mean he was in there. He did get beat on that play, but he showed his size and physicality, his length on that tackle to get around. He outstretched hand, got around the player's body, and hit the ball out, and then we were lucky to recover it. Luckily, we had 4 turnovers, like you said. Ed Reynolds had 2 picks. He looked solid. I mean, Earl Wolf didn't play at all today, but he might be sweating a little bit now.
Yeah, the way he broke on the ball, played zone coverage.
The second pick.
It was a thing of beauty.
That was.
It was awesome. That was a smoke bomb. Smoke bomb. Yeah, so, all right, let's see. Who else do we want to talk about?
How about the madman with the ponytail?
Brian Brayman.
Oh, yeah.
He took Brian Bennett to Suplex City.
That was awesome. He almost had a safety on him, too, an earlier play. But he's more known for, we brought him in from Houston. I believe a year or two ago, and he's more like a special teams guy, but he just has, I think, the it factor at linebacker. He's got that edge where he just wants to maul people.
Yeah.
He just wants to go after you and hurt you, and which is what you want in a linebacker. He's kind of like a cheap version of Kiko Alonso. He had a couple great plays.
Yeah.
And with Kiko and Michael Kendricks and D'Amico Ryans not playing today, Brad Jones stepped up.
Yeah,
he played well on the inside, led the team in tackles. So overall, our front seven, I think, looked.
Oh, it was beastly. It was very good.
And we showed our depth there at linebacker.
Yeah, Braven, man, I was really impressed by him, and we have some spots open after Connor Barwin and Brandon Graham, and why can't Braven be a third guy? We'll get into Marcus Smith now.
Yeah, let's go into him.
Yeah, let's just say he looked a lot better in the first half than the second half. The second half, was a little bit disappointing because he's out there playing with third stringers. He's doing better against the starters, and I don't know. So he didn't rush the court. Well, he didn't get a lot of pressure on the quarterback, but he stopped the run. I thought he stopped the run pretty well. So, but yeah, comments on Smith.
He was decent in coverage in a couple
really
plays.
good
Really good in coverage. Yeah. But like you said, better first half. But in the second half, he got beat. He bit on a lot of fakes. He didn't stay at home when the zone read was happening, and he would go after the running back when the quarterback had the whole time. And it's just he didn't look that good in the second half.
No.
And he's kind of the guy I'm really looking at to have a good preseason because the injury to Travis Long and the depth at linebacker, and like right now, exactly like you said before. Why not Brian Braman? Why not Brad Jones? To step up and to help that linebacker depth.
Yeah. I was impressed by him. Like I said, first half, and then just really disappointing second half. When I was at training camp, the first practice, I guess last Tuesday. Yeah, I thought Marcus Smith, played really well that day. And he surprised me. And then I, saw a little bit more today. Unfortunately, like I said, the second half was not too great. But, overall, I like the progress I'm seeing from him. Definitely.
Yeah, and I know before the game, Connor was in an interview and said that he's been working a lot with Marcus Smith, during training camp. He's had a good camp, apparently. So we just hope that he can watch the tape and see what he did wrong. Learn from his mistakes. He is still just in his second year. There's just kind of a lot of pressure on him because he was our first round pick. He was the reach that we reach of a pick we made. Yeah.
Right guard spot. Saw a little bit of John Moffitt. Saw a little bit of Andrew Gardner. I thought Moffitt played better. I thought he got some good push on some run plays. The other guy that I thought really played well, but he played left tackle, was Matt Tobin. I thought he surprised me a little bit. He was good.
Yeah. Pass protection and run protection. I think our offensive line was pretty solid except for Kevin Graff. Moffitt, he's just got to get the reps in. He's just got to get the reps in, knock off that rust. I do like Moffitt as a dark horse to take that position in the right guard. We'll see.
Jalen Watkins kind of had an up and down day. He's right now the guy that's, on the depth chart at least, he's listed as the slot cornerback for now. We'll see how it plays out. He got burned a couple times, but he also made some plays. So just up and down game from him.
A couple missed tackles.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't like what I saw from him at all. Kind of would like to see what Eric Rowe can do now, maybe in the slot. Nolan Carroll started opposite Byron Maxwell today, so if that's how it's going to start the year, who knows who else can step up? Biggers and Rice, Watkins and Evans. So we'll see.
I thought. Nolan Carroll played well. I thought he looked good.
Yeah, I'd be anxious to try Rowe in that slot spot now.
Now there was a guy that I didn't like. His name was Jordan Hicks. He missed a tackle pretty badly.
he let a touchdown happen. He just couldn't. He didn't bring down the running back.
No.
And it's funny because I know he's not your favorite third round pick.
No, he is not. Every other one I liked except him.
We're watching the game, and we have it on DVR, so we're rewinding like certain plays. We want to see, oh wait, who missed that tackle? Who got beat? And we're like 58. Wait, who is that? Like, oh yeah, Jordan Hicks.
You said the way I said it.
Jordan Hicks. And Jordan I just like kind of stuck my head. I'm like, yeah,
that guy.
That guy.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. What else is there to talk about? I thought Raheem Mostert, some plays he looked pretty good. Very speedy in space.
Yeah, solid. Our running game was very good.
Mm-hmm.
Both Barner and Mostert.
Yeah.
The offensive line did a good job creating space, creating holes for them, and they made their one-cut decisions. They hit the hole, get the yards that's there, and move on to the next play. So we'll see.
Yeah, I really liked what I saw from Barner. He flashed a little something.
He showed quickness and that special team skill set. But can you really keep 4 running backs? We know the 3 running backs are going to make it. I mean, it's kind of like who's going to be on the practice squad.
Yeah.
You're not going to keep 4 running backs.
No. Cody Parkey.
Missed the
extra point.
Field goal. Extra point's now 33 yards, but he missed it and missed a field goal.
And he had one that was like a duck that we didn't think. We're like, oh, that was good. We thought he missed it.
Yeah, I guess it hooked in.
Yeah.
Parkey, I mean, he's maybe just knocking some rust off. It's the first preseason game. I have the utmost confidence in Parkey.
Yeah.
He's
just it's just unfortunate he had a little bit of a poor afternoon.
He was upset at himself.
Yeah.
You can see it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he'll rebound just fine.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the funniest part of the game was you picked up on this was his Chip Kelly's play sheet. And it said Indianapolis Colt. He doesn't know how to spell.
He can't spell.
As
smart, he's got the genius mantra, but I don't think spelling was his cup of tea.
And it was also funny when he gave Tebow dap. That was a very awkward handshake.
Yeah, it's like, sorry, bro, you might not make the team. But good job. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
He did get that touchdown with his own read.
Yep. So that is that. I'm trying to think of other things to talk about. We pretty much covered all bases.
The local kid.
Out
of Roxborough High.
Oh, we forgot about him. Yeah. How about that one-handed catch?
That was beautiful. From Roxborough High School, it's Rasheed Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He did have a nice catch. It was a one-handed grab. He's kind of like the underdog story.
Yeah.
Us Philadelphians love an underdog.
Love our underdogs.
Think about Rocky Balboa.
Oh, yeah.
The movie Invincible.
Mm-hmm.
Vince Papale.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows? Can he get the 6'5", be a receiver,
Possible.
5 or 6 receiver slot? Mm-hmm. Who knows? He is a local kid. He grew up a diehard Eagles fan. So that was a fun kind of story to follow.
Miles also had a nice catch.
That was a perfect throw by Barkley off the back shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
There was a couple throws by Barkley where he went, threw it in a window.
Mm-hmm.
Only place you can get it.
Yeah.
The receiver can get it. So.
Yeah. Barkley was good, man. He was really good.
He had almost 200 passing yards.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So that's pretty much that. Brian Mahalik actually was in on some plays too. I thought.
He's the tallest Philadelphia Eagle at 6'9", 7th round pick.
That's a big man.
He's massive.
He's massive. Muscles on top of fat.
Makes me look small.
Yeah. You're 6'4". Thank you for leading, by the way, because if you were actually really sitting, you'd make me look like a munchkin. Oh man. All right. So that is that. First game is in the books. Hopefully, Mike will be here for another our show. Next week. Yeah.
Next game is Saturday.
Yeah, we all saw each other this weekend. We're here in Wildwood. This is my place here, and Mike was in Sea Isle. Got to see him on a Friday night.
Bitterbirds reunion. It was great.
You met a girl.
I met a girl.
And you're going on a date on Tuesday. So I am wishing you the best of luck in that. That is awesome. And
I'm excited.
yeah, we'll see how it goes. So we'll may have to talk about it. Yeah, it's next on the Bitter Birds, the love story.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So that should be that. We got everything in. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at the Bitter Birds. Did it, mixed it up today. Did the 2-man booth here, and yeah, we're out of here. So I'm Adrian Fedkiw. That's Jeremy Burton. See y'all later.
Go Birds.
Go Birds, baby.
Good win.
Yes, huge win.
Big
Awesome win. Later.